Hello, everybody. Welcome to 5 automations every solopreneur can be pursuing in 2023. We are just going to wait a few more seconds as our last minute participants are starting to join us. Thank you so much for coming to this webinar and taking the time to really enhance your business. This is something that I think a lot of business owners don't feel that they need, and then they start to do it and the benefits are just incredible. This webinar is going to take about 20 to 25 minutes, and then we'll have a live Q&A at the very end. So let's jump right into these automations. So my hope for you behind this class, I'm going to walk you through 5 different automations that will give you back your time, make your workflow seamless, and elevate your customer experience. As business owners, a lot of the times we think about automations as just solely being for the benefit of the solopreneur or the business owner. However, it is going to elevate your customer experience. I am somebody who has always been a business owner who really focuses on her clientele and that customer experience. And honestly, it has worked wonders for my business. And so my hope is that you start to really understand that automations are great for you as well as for your customers. So a little bit about me. My name is Hannah Martini. For those who don't know, I have been a business owner for nearly a decade now, and I specialize in luxury brand photography as well as business consulting. I am from a small little town near Lake Tahoe, and I have been there essentially my entire life, but I've moved all around, and I'm going to continue to move all around. I am currently in Sacramento. I will be in Grand Rapids next month, and then Salt Lake City the following month. And then after that, who knows where this life is going to take me. But because my business and my life is constantly on the move, I really lean into all of these automations. I do all of these myself. I never teach on something that I actually haven't done for my business and it hasn't actually worked. So I will never teach you something that I've never tried. I have tried all of these. I still continue to do these, and they honestly, they make my business what my business is. They make it easier. But enough about me. We're going to go right into the first one. Before we do, take this time really quickly, whether this is in the morning or maybe at night, wherever you are in your day, just bring yourself to be present, right? Turn off your phone. Don't be scrolling on social media. Just give yourself these 20 minutes to make your business better. All right, let's get right into the first one. The first one is service-based businesses. This is primarily for them. But so product business owners, don't fall asleep on me. Try to incorporate or think about ways that you could possibly incorporate this into your system. But for my service-based industries, inquiries. So how a client books with you should be a process that takes less than 5 minutes. It should be easy for them and easy for you. So what I mean by less than 5 minutes, I don't particularly mean when they go onto your website and they fill out your contract form and they send it off. It should be less than 5 minutes. What I am meaning by is the 5 minutes should start as soon as you get that email. How can you do this, right? How sometimes in the beginning of our business, we're like, how can I do that? It takes me forever to write this email and I want to make it perfect and I got to explain all these things. Using a booking system can keep yourself organized as well as it can streamline that business. Areas to add in automations within a booking system are those such as email templates, contracts, and invoices. So there's 2 systems that I am super familiar with, and so those are the ones that I'm going to touch on. Dubstato is one and Honeybook is the other. I have used Dubstato as a client. I've never used it as a business owner. I use Honeybook, and I've used Honeybook as a customer as well as the business owner. And so I can really attest to that one, but I have used Dubstato, and it's incredible as well. Let's get into an example. So I talked a lot about like pricing guides and contracts and email templates and guides, right? All of this stuff is something that you can automate. And so I want to give you an example of an email inquiry. This is off of my email template guide for business owners. It's starting off basically with a solid base. So, most of the time when a client reaches out to us, we find that we say the same things over and over again to each client because we have a system of, hey, this is how it looks to work with me. So, you can save time by having the bones already kind of written out and then adding in customized details that are specific to your client. So, if you kind of look to the left of your screen, you're going to see my email template. This is the template I still use to this day for my customers. And so I just want to kind of walk you through it a little bit. So, hey there, friends. Thank you for reaching out to me and considering me for your guys's. And then you'll see in kind of italic handwriting in parentheses, wedding, senior, family photos, etc. So this is where you add in those customized details. And then I kind of walk you through basically what it looks like to work with me because, like I said, I really want to make it clear and concise, and I don't want to do this crazy email back and forth. So I talk about the booking process, what that looks like with me. I talk about my why because I really want to ensure that I am the right person for them as well as my client is right for me. And then I walk them through of like, hey, this is what my guide is like. So when somebody inquires with me, the first thing I do is I add them into my booking system. I go directly to my email templates. I insert this, I customize those details, and I send it off. I want you to think about it for a second. Why, if you do shop at Amazon, why do you shop at Amazon? And my hope is that the first thing that comes to your mind is, well, because they're fast, right? Amazon really tapped into their clients' kind of problem solving of, when you get on Amazon, you're most likely going to get your package within the next 2 days, right? And it's free shipping with Prime if you are a member. So they kind of tackle two things. But it's quick. Same thing as a business owner. I want this process to be as quick as possible for not only you, but also for your client. We got to play into that instant gratification for your client. I also don't want them going to a bunch of other people because I took too long to really write out my email or my contract or my pricing guide. So this time can kind of take a little bit more time in the back end. However, now it takes me less than 2 minutes to email a client back with this email, with my pricing guide, as well as sample galleries. So what's the intention? The intention is to streamline your inquiry and booking process. Again, templates, email templates, pricing guides, and even contracts that are already written save you time, which in turn saves you money. With these templates, again, I really do encourage you to personalize them. Each client is very special and unique, and they deserve to be treated that way. So start with good bones and then add in those customizations. If you are somebody who is just starting out in their business and maybe doesn't have the funds or doesn't want to take the leap into getting a booking system, that is 100% okay. Do it via Google. So let's say you are a business owner and you send emails through Gmail. There's nothing wrong with going in and saving drafts of emails the same way that you can on Honeybook or Dubstato or whatever booking system that you're using. You can still save the time. You're just essentially writing out the bones first and then adding in later. All right, let's move on to the second one. This one's always very fun when I teach this topic, expectations. Everybody is sometimes very confused what I mean by expectations, so I'm going to get into that really quickly. And the majority of you, my hope is if you've been in the business game for a little bit, or maybe you're just starting out, but you've already started to do these, this is just more of like, okay, cool, I'm doing that. I didn't know what I was doing, but I'm doing it. So this is for service and product-based businesses. Expectations. Your clients are investing in your service and or your products. So setting clear expectations is key on both sides. You can explain to them what they can expect from you and what you can expect from them. This is going to allow less headache, less friction, constant emails back and forth, or even potentially a bad review. So go ahead and look down at my lovely little equation here. Consistency plus expectations equals trust. Keep this in mind as we kind of work through the rest of these automations. And then I'm going to kind of jump back and show you how each of these coincides with consistency, expectations, and trust. Okay, so Hannah, how can we set expectations automatically? Well, there's a few ways we can do it. So we can create a frequently asked question page on our website. We could have it as a highlight on our social media. We can put it in our pricing guide or even our shop. How it works page on your website or your pricing guide. I'm going to show you an example here on the next slide, but something as simple as just explaining it in simple terms on your website goes a long way, so that way you don't have to have those constant emails back and forth. Let's say you are a therapist and a potential client looks at your website and they're like, what does she offer? Okay, I do want to work with her. Having it list out how it works, how the booking process works on your website is going to go a long way. Step 1, submit a contact form. Step 2, we're going to set up a connection call or a 15-minute discovery call to see how I can best serve you. Number 3, I'm going to send you an invoice and a contract. Step 4 or 5, whichever number I'm at, we're going to set up the rest of your sessions, get you paid up, and you'll be good to go. Really, really easy, so that way there's no questions on what's the next step when I do want to book with you. What are your hours of operation? This can be something as simple as just updating your Google profile business hours. If you are not wanting to work on a holiday, make sure that is on your website. Make sure that is on your social media. When do you typically respond to emails? This one is good on both sides. 1, you're educating your clients on when they can expect to hear from you. And 2, you're also saving your own kind of behind. Let's say something goes wrong. A customer reaches out to you, they submit their form, and it's been a week since you've responded. They, 1, have a couple thoughts going in their mind. 1, she didn't respond to me, he didn't respond to me, he doesn't want to work with me, I'm not working with them. 2, oh gosh, maybe it went to spam, but I'm not really sure because I don't know when they're supposed to email me back. Maybe they're really busy. 3, maybe they're on vacation. I don't know. 4, I'm going somewhere else. However, if you do have on your form, so they've submitted the form and the next page that shows up is thank you so much for inquiring with me. You should hear back between 24 to 48 hours from Tuesday to Thursday, 9 to 2 is when I typically answer emails. This is letting your customers and clients know that this is when you typically respond. So that way, if you don't, they are way more likely to reach back out to you because then they're thinking, well, this is when they normally send an email. And she said she would respond 24 to 48 hours and I haven't got a response. Maybe something went wrong. You guys, technology happens. So we have to really prepare our customers and educate them. Make it easy for them to find and read. That one's pretty self-explanatory, guys. I don't know how much I can really go into that one. All right, so here's 2 examples. One is service-based, one is product-based. On the left-hand side, this is from my pricing guide when I talk about how it is to work with me and I set those clear expectations. So the process I go into, I talk about a 30-minute creation session to ensure that their photos are exactly in alignment with their brand. We talk about picking a date and location. If they have decided to pick a studio fee, what that will be and what the cost is, as well as the payment, right? Are we cash? Are we check? Am I QuickBooks? What are we doing? Do I have to do a contract? All of that is clearly lined out so there is no guessing game. Let's say we're going to hop on the product side. Product-based businesses can educate their customers on their products, how to use them, what are the benefits, as well as return policies. So if you look to your right, you'll see kind of a depiction from a company in Reno. I absolutely love their skincare line. And so this is what they have under every single product that they sell, right? So how to use it, what the benefits are, and the key ingredients. One of the best things that I absolutely love, right, is the under how to use. So apply generously to cleanse skin for best results. Follow with this nectar to sear in that moisture. So 1, they're educating their clients, they're giving them a tip, and then they're also kind of coming in and selling as well, right? That's automatically in their streamline of their business. It's already on there. It's in clear. It's so easy. And sometimes it can be so missed. Return policies. If you are a product-based or maybe you're an online boutique store, please, in clear writing, write out what your return policies are. Some of the biggest things that I see on negative reviews is I was unclear on the return policies and now I can't return stuff, or I only get store credit, and then they just never shop from them again. We're not trying to fool our clients. We're not trying to trick them into buying more things. Be clear, be concise, make it simple and clear for them to read. All right, social media. So before everybody starts rolling their eyes at me, I know social media can be such a love-hate relationship. I feel that. I am that. If you know me and you've worked with me, you know I'm not a massive fan of social media, but honestly, I do. It's a great marketing tool because it's free, guys. So this is for service and product-based industries. Let's automate that social media. When you plan it out, it can take a massive amount of stress away from you. And it can also create consistency for your clients, all right? So we're going to jump back to that. Consistency plus expectations equals trust. Trust equals sales, guys. Trust equals sales. So you know you need to start automating your social media. If you are the type of person and business owner, when you wake up in the morning and you grab your phone and you say, I need to post today, but I have no idea what to post, right? So you start racking through your brain, you start scrolling on social media because you have no idea what you're going to post and you're trying to find inspiration, and 30 minutes has gone by and you're like, I have nothing, and you close the app. And then around 12 o'clock, we repeat the same process. And then we're a month down the road and we haven't posted in social media for 2 weeks because we just can't find the inspiration. Yep, we need to plan it out. That is a big key factor of let's plan it out. Okay, so scheduling your social media time within the week to plan it out. Guys, it's almost like an appointment. So if you are somebody who has a marketing strategy to really rely on social media. So if you're above 60%, I would definitely recommend getting an actual system to help you with this. But if you're somebody kind of below that, right? If you're in the 40 percentile, still plan it out, but you can do it in a way that's not going to cost you a ton of money. But scheduling yourself a time within the week to plan it out, to plan out your social media. If you're sitting here and you're like, I don't know what to post. Okay, that's all right. Let's go back to your ideal customer. Let's go back to that ideal client. Think about what they need. Solve their problem. Educate them. Inspire them. Have fun with it. I think a lot of the times we look at social media and we're like, we have to be perfect. We have to be this. We have to be that. Yes, I can understand that as a business owner that you really want to represent your brand in such a way. But essentially, let's go back to that customer. Let's go back to that client. What do they need? What are they looking for that day? As I said, there are many different systems that allow you to schedule, write your copy, add in your hashtags, and then post without even having to open the actual app. Some of these different systems that I've used before is Later, UNUM, Plan, Planoly, Canva, Tailwind. Those are all great systems. I'm sure there's a million more. Those are just the ones that I have used or use currently. If you're somebody in that 40 percentile that you're like, you know what, social media is important, but it's not massively important to me, but I still do want to plan it out. Facebook Business Suite is a really, really great way to plan out your social media. It's also free. Let's say you're in the 20 percentile where you're like, I don't use social media at all. Every once in a blue moon, I might do it. Or I kind of want to do it, but I don't want to have to pay for anything. I don't want to take numerous amounts of time. I still recommend planning it out because you're doing it and you're posting still with intention. And for me as a business owner, I'm all about intention. I really want to serve my clients well. So take the time, plan it out. Hey, today I'm going to post about inspiration. Tomorrow I'm going to do a sale. The next day I'm going to do a success story. The next day I'm going to do a tip, right? Just take the time, plan it out. You'll find yourself in such a better place with social media if you just take that time. Alrighty, guys. So before we get into one of my favorite ones, take a second, shake it out. Been sitting here for about 15 minutes. Take a sip of coffee or maybe vino, whichever whichever time zone you're in, kind of settle in. We have 2 more to get through, and then we're going to go into some live Q&As. All right, sales. Sales is one of my favorite things to automate, and I think it's crazy sometimes we have come to this standpoint where, as business owners, we're told just sell, don't sell. Nobody likes salesy stuff. And then we forget to sell at all. We're going to do it, but we're going to do it in a really strategical way. So creating a sales strategy for your business should be meshed into that workflow. When you are generating your sales, you're doing it with intention. There's that word again. I'm sure we've all heard of the serve, and then sell. If you're new to business, this is something, take it, learn it, live it, love it. It's going to be so crucial to your business. So let's go back to that serve, and then sell. So there's an intention with whatever information you're pushing out there for your customers or clients to consume. For a second, I know we just talked about social media, but let's put that one on pause and let's go at it from a different angle. Let's take email marketing as an example with the 5 S's. So let's say that you have a new product or you have a new service that's coming out and you want to do it and you want to sell it and you want to promote it with some oomph. What I'm going to have you do, let's say we can create a plan for 2 months. We're going to create a marketing plan with the 5 S's. So the first email that you send them is free education. Then the next one is maybe a tip or a trick. And then the next email is a way to solve a problem. And then the next one is to inspire somebody. Maybe send a testimonial, a success story. Whatever it is might be, you're going to serve your client 4 times before you come in with that right hook and you sell. So we're looking at our marketing plan. We've decided that we have given them 4 emails of free education. We've solved their problem. We've given them tips. We've done all of that fun stuff. Then we come in with a promotion code or success story that leads them to go to a landing sales page. Or maybe you finally announce the new product launch. You guys, putting in sales into automation is a phenomenal strategy. You can apply this to social media as well. You can take those 5 S's and apply that to social, especially if you're having a hard time planning out your social. This is a great way to kind of get the ball rolling. It takes a consumer 17 times to see something before they purchase it. Well, if you apply this to your social media as well as your email marketing, they have now been served 8 times from you and then sold twice. They're so much more likely to buy that. You're serving them enough that when you're actually selling something to them, it's coming from the standpoint of, let me make your life easier. Let me pamper you. You deserve it. You're not coming in as salesy. You're coming in strategically. Automate those sales within your business. Reviews. This is the final automation. This is for service and product-based businesses. You guys, I love this one. Actually, I think this one is my favorite. But you can't have reviews if you don't have sales. So, they come twofold. Reviews are something that can feel so awkward when you ask for at times. I definitely know it was very hard for me in the beginning to ask people about what it was like to work with me, but they are crucial for 2 reasons. 1, gaining client feedback, and 2, doubling up on your credibility so that way it sets you apart from others in your industry. Okay, so let's take those 2 and kind of break them down a little bit. Doubling up on your credibility, there's nothing more, but you're getting some massive street credit. A lot of people want to be a part of something that other people are a part of and that they're enjoying. That one's pretty self-explanatory. The next one is gaining client feedback. Nothing is better than having your client tell you what you did well, why they picked you. It also gets them in the habit of talking about how wonderful your business was or how wonderful your product is. I have used this automation for now 8 years in my business. And it is, I will say, one of the reasons why I am 97% referral-based business. And that was the intention I set back when I first started my business, was I wanted to be a referral-based business only. I have to say, it's worked pretty well. The reason for this is because I got them into the habit of talking about me and my service And then I also came in and I played to the high. So, brain psychology, instant gratification, friends. Think about it. When you post on social media, you're posting because you want those likes. As soon as you post something and 5 minutes later you have 100 likes, you're feeling pretty good. You're like, oh my gosh, I made something that somebody likes. Whether that means they like you or your product or your service or your tip, whatever it is, right? We're playing into that instant gratification. So we're doing the same thing when it comes to reviews. I want you to make it easy for them. A great way to get a client review is simply by emailing them. Let's say you are a photographer. Again, play to the high. You just emailed them their gallery or maybe their slideshow. The next email that you should send is your Google review, but make it easy. Put that Google review link directly and embed it within the email. So that way they don't have to go off of your email, go onto another tab, look up your business and go to the Google review. All they got to do is hit that email button and boom, it takes them right to it themselves. One less thing for them to do. Let's say you're giving them a digital product. Send a survey 5 days afterwards. Give them time to have gone through it, worked with it, fallen in love with it, and then play to that high. The last thing I want to talk about is treating your clients well when they do the follow through. A lot of the times I see a lot of business owners fall short on this one. You guys, when your clients write you a review, you need to spoil them back. They just gave you something. They gave you a potential client or customer. And then therefore that gives you more income to continue to do what you love to do. So when you find out that they have written you a review, send a gift, write a handwritten note, say thank you. Spoil the crap out of your clients. I found when I did this in the very beginning, somebody would write me a review, I would send them a handwritten note and then like a $5 gift card to a coffee shop in Reno. Then they would go and they would post about the gift that I got them for writing their review. So essentially, they just double promoted me. They promoted me on Google, boosted my SEO, and then they also went on social media and posted about how wonderful it was to get another little gift from me because they did something for me. Play into the high, make it easy for them, get that feedback, and build up that street cred. Okay, so I want to go back to, where is it? Consistency plus expectations equals trust. So with all of the automations, I hope you can see where I talked about both of these, consistency, expectations, and trust. When I talked about the inquiries, I created consistency with that. With those templates, your clients are getting something over and over again. One client's not getting one thing while the other one got something else. And sometimes, and I don't ever want a client to ever feel that I put more effort into one than I did the other. So create that consistency, make it streamlined for that booking process. Setting those expectations, again, being consistent with it. Hey, this is how you use this product. Hey, this is how you book with me. I'm going to make it real simple for you. Social media, again, we talked about creating consistency for your clients. If they're constantly seeing your work on social media, they're going to be more likely to trust you and therefore buy from you. Sales, same exact thing. We're going to consistently serve them. We are going to consistently solve their problems, give them free education, give them free tips, whether that's social media, email marketing, doing online workshops, whatever it is. We're building up that consistency. And then the reviews, honestly, we're just consistently spoiling the crap out of our clients because that's what they deserve. All right, so we're going to go into a live Q&A here in just a second. For everybody who is on here and has been taking this webinar, I do have affiliate links for you. Here's some of the ones that I use. So email marketing, I use Flowdesk. My booking system is Honeybook. For my social media planner, I use Later or Canva for both of my social media, as well as Tailwind for Pinterest. And then, honestly, none of this is possible without my website, which is Show It, and I absolutely adore them and love them. So those are my affiliate links for those if you would like discounts. Let's jump in to those Q&As and talk about automations.